The first thing that strikes you when you see the 2026 Honda Gold Wing Trike is how commanding it looks on the road. This isn't just another motorcycle with an extra wheel slapped on the back. It's a purpose-built machine that blends the legendary comfort and performance of the Gold Wing with the stability and presence of a three-wheeled touring platform. For riders who have always dreamed of covering long distances but don't want the constant balancing act that comes with a heavy two-wheeled touring bike, this trike offers a whole new way to experience the road. Up front, the Gold Wing Trike carries all the familiar DNA of Honda's flagship touring line. The sculpted fairing, sharp LED headlights, and wide windshield are instantly recognizable. The windshield can be adjusted electronically on the fly, allowing the rider to fine-tune wind protection depending on speed or weather. From the side, the lines flow cleanly toward the rear where the transformation becomes obvious. Instead of a single rear wheel, you're greeted by two broad fenders that cover the trike's rear wheels, flanking a large integrated trunk. The extra width gives the machine a planted look while the paint finish, chrome details, and well-integrated taillights keep it looking elegant rather than bulky. Honda has made sure that the design feels cohesive, almost as if this trike was always part of the Gold Wing family rather than an aftermarket conversion. Sitting in the saddle confirms that this machine is built for serious comfort. The rider's seat is wide and supportive, designed for days of continuous travel without fatigue. The passenger seat is even more luxurious, with a tall backrest, generous padding, and armrests that make it feel almost like a reclining chair. Between the rider and passenger, comfort is clearly a top priority. The cockpit is filled with technology. There's a large TFT display right in the center, flanked by traditional gauges for speed and engine information. The display gives access to navigation, music, phone connectivity, and vehicle settings. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility make it easy to integrate your smartphone, and the sound system pumps out music clearly even when you're cruising at highway speeds. Controls are intuitive, with well-placed buttons and switches that have a premium feel, giving you confidence that this machine is built to last. Underneath all the luxury lies one of Honda's most famous engines. The Gold Wing Trike uses the 1833cc Flat 6, a horizontally opposed six-cylinder motor that has been refined over the years into something close to perfection. It's smooth, it's torquey, and it produces a steady surge of power that feels effortless whether you're rolling away from a stoplight, cruising at 70 miles an hour, or climbing a mountain pass with luggage and a passenger on board. The engine doesn't scream or vibrate, it hums with a quiet authority, a reminder that it's designed for long journeys where smoothness matters more than raw aggression. Honda offers both a 6-speed manual gearbox and their famous dual-clutch transmission on the Gold Wing Trike. The manual is for riders who still enjoy the tactile feel of shifting, while the dual-clutch transmission, or DCT, is perfect for those who want seamless, automatic gear changes. On a heavy touring trike like this, the DCT makes a lot of sense. It takes away the stress of operating a clutch in traffic or on steep inclines and ensures smooth shifts that keep the ride relaxed. Many riders who switch to the DCT find it hard to go back because of how much it simplifies the touring experience. Handling on a trike is, of course, different from handling a motorcycle. You don't lean into corners in the same way, instead, you steer through turns more like you would in a small car or ATV. For riders accustomed to two wheels, this takes a little adjustment, but the payoff is complete stability. You don't have to put a foot down at stoplights. You don't worry about tipping over in slow-speed maneuvers or on gravel. The Gold Wing Trike gives you that assurance while still providing the open-air touring experience. Honda has worked to make the steering as light and precise as possible, with a front double wishbone suspension that reduces dive-under braking and helps smooth out rough pavement. The rear suspension is designed to handle the extra weight and provides a surprisingly composed ride, even with a full load of passenger and luggage. Braking power is essential on a machine of this size, and Honda delivers with large disc brakes at all three wheels, backed up by ABS and stability control. Stopping feels confident and secure, with the systems working quietly in the background to keep everything balanced. An especially helpful feature is the electric reverse gear, which makes maneuvering in parking lots or backing into a space much less intimidating. Considering the weight of the trike, this is not just a luxury but a necessity. Add in hill start assist and traction control, and the Gold Wing Trike becomes even easier to handle in everyday situations. One of the biggest advantages of the trike platform is the sheer amount of storage it offers. The side cases remain, but the addition of the large trunk in the back means you can easily carry enough for two people on an extended trip without needing extra bags strapped on. The compartments are weather-sealed, easy to open, and finished neatly inside. For touring riders, this is freedom. You don't have to constantly decide what to leave behind. You just pack what you want, lock it up, and ride. Honda has also paid attention to comfort features that make long rides more enjoyable. Heated seats and grips extend your riding season into colder months. Adjustable wind protection means you can stay comfortable in varying conditions. Multiple ride modes allow you to tailor the bike's behavior, with settings for relaxed touring, sportier performance, or maximum efficiency. Every feature feels like it was designed with long-distance travel in mind, making the Gold Wing Trike not just a vehicle but a mobile living room for the road. Of course, there are trade-offs. The Gold Wing Trike is a large and heavy machine. Maneuvering it in tight spaces takes patience and awareness. It's also more expensive than a standard Gold Wing, and the cost of maintenance and ownership is higher. Rear tires wear faster, fuel economy takes a small hit because of the extra rolling resistance, and insurance can be pricier depending on your region. The handling, while stable, doesn't replicate the unique thrill of leaning a two-wheeled motorcycle into a sweeping curve. For some riders, that loss of agility is too much. But for many others, the benefits far outweigh these compromises. On the highway, where this trike is truly meant to live, it excels. Cruising at steady speeds feels effortless, with the engine barely breaking a sweat. Wind protection is excellent, the seats keep both rider and passenger comfortable for hours at a time, and the stability removes a lot of the fatigue that comes with balancing a two-wheeler over long distances. For older riders, those with physical limitations, or simply anyone who wants an easier way to enjoy long tours, this trike makes motorcycling accessible in a way that feels liberating. There's also something to be said for the community around trike riding. Many riders who switch to three wheels describe it as rediscovering the joy of riding without the stress.